What a wonderful world.
Alright, welcome back to another Fortnite video. My name is Sean, and I've got something unique for you guys today, something different. We're going to be starting a series, and this series is going to be exploring hopefully each location on the Fortnite map. We're going to be discussing the backstory, trying to figure out what's going on in these certain places, as well as looking for some chests, finding out some cool strats for taking out some people early on. We're going to really be exploring in depth and seeing, what these places are all about, what they have to offer, and there are stories to be told here, to be had, and we're going to be explaining that a little bit. So I kind of like to, really think hard about what could be going on here, and we're going to drop right into Flush Factory for our very first episode. I think you'll like it. Flush is a very unique place, being as it's a toilet manufacturer. It's a full factory dedicated to making just toilets. And there's a lot of weird things going on here that you wouldn't really notice, with the naked eye. So right here, of course, they're of course painting the toilets. Now you'll notice that there's a bunch of different colored paints, but the toilets are not any other colors. They're literally just white. So that's a little weird. There's also cameras in here. So it makes you wonder, like, why are there cameras in there? Are they making sure that the people are doing what? Painting them correctly? Like, I don't understand why they should be watched so closely. 3 cameras in this tiny little paint station. But they have the little conveyor belt thing there, and it just makes all these nice little toilets. But the thing about these toilets are, they're all dirty inside, nasty, filthy. But these, look at these right here. They're porta-johns in the Flush Factory bathroom. Why is that? Wouldn't there just be actual Flush Factory toilets in there? Here we have the lobby. We have some of the top of the line toilets here. They hover, they're really nice looking. I'm pretty sure they would cost a pretty penny. So I just wonder, I've never played the actual game, so this is all speculation. There may be something in the actual game. And right here, you can kind of see on the wall, I'll pause the video. On the wall, you have the owners of this factory, maybe? I'm not sure what the backstory is on them. But, they seem a little suspicious. Why wouldn't they let their own workers use their toilets unless something's wrong with them? Here we have the big logo for Flush Factory, their toilet sitting high in the sky. And, of course, it's dirty inside. So did they paint that? Did somebody use that? This toilet is just huge, and I think it's really awesome, but all the toilets look exactly like this, just of course not to this scale. And of course there's a little pipe that seems to go all the way down, almost as if that toilet is a working toilet. So I don't know, guys, you tell me what the story is here. It looks like I can't understand why why they would have porta potties in their bathroom, unless their toilets just aren't trustworthy. Okay, so now whenever you come to any place, you want to try to get on a rooftop, try to grab whatever guns you can, and then bust through if you can. If you see somebody like I'm doing here, make sure you keep an eye on them. There's other people. There's always going to be multiple people landing on these places. So just to keep a lookout for them. If you have an eye on them, keep watching them. You don't want to turn your back and keep looting, because eventually they will come across you and you don't know if they've seen you or not. See, there's a person there, so I immediately stop. I don't rush after that guy because I know there's a guy right above me who could see me. And I noticed he busted through a wall and went back in, so I'm going to come around this door right here by the paint room and just kind of see what these guys are going to do. There's multiple people here, and I just want to make sure that, I want to let them duke it out. I'm not going to get killed on the roof. That's the easy way to go out early. So I'll wait until he drops somebody, and then I drop him. And then I take a quick look around. I make sure there's nobody, to come up and ambush me. You always want to look twice before you pick up the loot. So now, this guy did have to work for me. I'm going to just go through and pick up all this loot. Now, in Flush Factory, there are plenty of ammo boxes lying around everywhere. You want to definitely make sure you get these, just because extra ammo is paramount in this game. You can get a legendary scar, and it doesn't mean shit if you only got 30 bullets. So Flush Factory is a pretty good place to stock up on a little bit of ammo. And you can also get quite a bit of resources here. I kind of take a look at this little line here, and there's quite a bit you can do with that. We'll come back. Always check every door. Every door there could be just a little bit of ammo lying around. So make sure you pick that up. Okay, so you're going to want to place down traps as soon as you pick them up, preferably next to an entrance, so they can't see it coming. And then I like to kind of wall it in a little bit to where it kind of forces the player to walk right next to the trap if they happen to come through that entrance. It's just an added way of kind of guaranteeing that kill if somebody does walk past. Here's one spot for a chest. This chest will, spawns here quite often. Here's another a game where I play where the chest is there again, so that's cool. When you're coming around here, there's always going to be loot somewhere around that paint shop, so you can either go that way, like we just seen, or you come down this way. Come around, always keep a lookout. You can pop right through here and get the drop on somebody, ambush somebody standing on top of that, or what have you. But yeah, and here's another game where I seen somebody, and right back through that door, I reversed it. You see what I'm saying? Like, I didn't go around there, I came back through that bottom door again. And here you go, you have a chest. So place down a floor just so you don't miss that jump, just in case. And you can always drop down inside a little paint room to kind of heal up like I'm doing now. Don't do this. Don't just stand there. Here's another part, and this is where I start the looting. You can get quite a bit of steel and resources. Toilets are porcelain. I don't know why you're getting steel from them, but whatever. It's a game. There's only so many resources. I get you. So yeah, you can, if you have a squad or a duo, you guys can bust down the entire Flush Factory, and you can have enough loot to carry you through the game, pretty much. Built a ramp and hopped up on this little side mountain just off to the side. I don't ever know if there's any good loot up here or not. Last 3 times I spawned, there wasn't, so I just figured I'd drop that in the video. So right here, as soon as I dropped down at this motor room, there was a chest. So I might be doing that next time, and then letting other people drop, and then going into the other buildings and kind of picking them off as I can hear them. Here's another person. Didn't even see the guy, but because I came through the top, as you've seen, I got the best loot, and quickly. There was nothing he could do about it. So then you always just want to make sure you explore. Like, I seen these little crates over here. I didn't know what they was about, so I kind of checked them, and guess what? There was a green shotty. You always want to double check every little nook and cranny if you can, if you're not under heavy fire. Always scan the horizon like I'm doing now. I see this guy, I try to light him up. And now he knows I'm coming, so I kind of blew my cover. So what I want to do is, I want to push him. I want to get as close to him as possible. I don't want to give him a chance to regroup. I get sidetracked by a chest here, so here's another one here. Make sure you look for that. But I didn't want to give him a chance to regroup. I want to get as close to him as possible, so that way he thinks that I'm still that way, or at the very least, doesn't know where I'm coming from. Always keep that in mind. And again, there's a lot of these things you can take, and you can take to every single location if you want. Flush Factory is a little bit of a different stuff, but you have all these stairs and stuff, so just keep an eye on that. Here is the full footage of me finding that guy, going right back around that corner there, because I knew he was there, or somewhere around that way. It's just a matter of picking the right door. So yeah, there's a lot of ways up and down with Flush Factory. You don't have to use as many resources. You can collect a lot of resources, and that's probably going to do it for this video. Flush Factory was really odd because I can't figure out what's the deal with these toilets. Why wouldn't they have their own toilets in their bathroom? It makes no sense. And then if you look kind of in the porta potty a little bit through the crack, there's fresh water there, like cleaner water, you know what I mean? Not fresh, but cleaner water. And all the other toilets look stained and whatnot. So I wonder if they're just getting these used toilets and painting over them, painting them white, right? So just to resell them, I guess, in this world. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you drop a like. Turn on the notifications. I'll see you next time.